Hey everybody, welcome back. Today I'm going to be working on this Rampart modular terrain box that I just picked up from my local game store, Game Changers Games in Farmington, New Mexico. So check Craig out if you ever get by this way. So this kit is advertised as having 129 individual elements, made out of hard plastic, said is ready for magnets, fully customizable. From the box art, it looks like it's going to be pretty cool as far as everything that comes with it. Looks like some stairs and second floors and cool towers and stuff like that. So let's check it out. All right, so these are the floor sprues. The plastic feels pretty solid. It's kind of a heavy feel to it. Looks like the details are pretty decent. The edges on some of the details seem to be a little soft. Not quite as a hard cut as I would expecting. There's a lot of detail though. Some like the Pegasus Hobby one that I reviewed doesn't seem to have quite as much, not as much detail on each of the sprues. And at the end I will set these up side by side to show the differences between this Rampart and a one from Games Workshop and one from Pegasus Hobbies, so you can see all of them side by side. So this is a little interesting here. These two are the exact same sprue setup. One's a little bit darker as far as plastic goes. The one on the right seems to be quite a bit heavier than the one on the left. So I have a white plastic, a light gray plastic, and a dark gray plastic all in the same box. Little different. So a little instruction sheet here, kind of. Not much of a instruction sheet, but this seems to be the only paperwork that comes in the box. This one's pretty cool with the gargoyles and the statues and stuff like that. I was kind of excited about the statues in this kit. So this has a ton of cleanup to do. You could probably spend an entire day cleaning this up and taking it off of the sprues. The sprues were in very strange spots to be in. It would take a lot of work to actually clean this up well. The modular part's cool. What I did is I went ahead and primed this one. I'm gonna do a quick oil wash on it just so you can hopefully pop out some of the details a little bit better to see. But yeah, this is gonna take a lot of work to clean this. So after the oil wash, the details seem to be a lot better pronounced. It pops a lot better. There is a lot of detail on it. The edges are, again, fairly soft in some areas, but overall it's cool. I'm really concerned about the size of this and the amount of cleanup that would actually take to make this just to get this to work well. So I went ahead and got out one of my Pegasus Hobby buildings and one of my Games Workshop buildings. I might have to magnetize this kit because these little pegs, it doesn't really hold it well. I think magnets would definitely do a better job of it. I'm going to take this apart real fast just so you can see a good comparison. This is the Pegasus Hobby building that I did the video on. As you can see, this is about half the size. Your floors wouldn't line up if you're like, they wouldn't work together at all. So once I plug the floor back in on this one and we line this up, you'll see this is about quite a bit smaller. You have 2 stories to almost 1 story. So now for a Games Workshop building, that and the Pegasus Hobby seem to line up pretty well. Very close together. The floors line up just about right. Again, Games Workshop versus Rampart modular. So detail wise, Rampart seems to hold up well with Games Workshop as far as just overall amount of details on the building. Games Workshop seems to be a lot crisper. The details aren't quite as soft as they are on the Rampart Studios. Now if you compare this to a Stormcast Eternal, the door doesn't really line up well. So if I grab a little D&D miniature right here and compare sizes, it seems to be still a little small. So I'm not quite sure what scale this is supposed to be, but we're definitely not in the 32 or 32 heroic. It's quite a bit smaller. So now if we look at these side by side from left to right, we have Rampart, Games Workshop, and Pegasus. If we hold this up to a painted Stormcast, you see how little this Rampart actually turns out to be. So close up on some of the details. Overall first impressions of Rampart modular terrain is it seems very small. I'm not quite sure what scale it is for. I don't know that it's going to work for me, but we'll see. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Make sure you push the like button and share and all that good stuff. And I do appreciate you watching. We'll see you next time.